Welcome back to the Rocket Science Podcast. So my name is Jasmine, and today we are back with a brand new episode, which many of you are waiting for. So because it's time to focus on something really important. Yes, it's your health. So from the survey we have collected recently, we found that many people are kind of misunderstood about the heat stroke, and they think it's just a normal heat or just a normal tiredness. So let's figure this out together today with a doctor. So we are very glad that we have a doctor with us to explain very details and with the fact and with very much detail about it. So what it actually is and how we can stay safe. So thank you very much, doctor, for joining us today. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me to join your podcast program, Rocket Science. So hello everyone, I'm Dr. Khin Su Hlaing, but you can call me Dr. Noor. So today I'm so glad to share my medical knowledge about heat stroke, which is often a misunderstood health condition. So to you talkers, so that you can get awareness and can prevent yourself during this hot season.
Yeah, so since many people in our survey found are, like I said, they kind of confused about what heat stroke actually is. So could you first explain about the heat stroke, like what it actually is?
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Okay, so as you said, most of the people think heat stroke is just feeling overheated. Actually, it's more than that. It's a severe emergency condition that needs urgent medical intervention. If left untreated, it can cause damage to our internal organs such as heart, liver, kidney, and muscles, and even finally brain damage and even death.
Oh yeah, so that's kind of a very serious death in situations, and
yes,
it's very is it like kind of common or like it happens common about people?
Yes. Actually, if you can get awareness earlier at the stage of heat exhaustion or at the stage of dehydration, you can overcome the risks of heat stroke. But if you cannot, it can cross to heat stroke.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
it's common.
Yeah, I'm a little bit curious about. So we want to go a little bit deeper than that. So what heat stroke is and why this happen like in people.
Okay, so heat stroke occurs when our internal body temperature is above 40 degrees Celsius. In terms of degree Fahrenheit, it's above 104.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Normally, inside our body, there is the normal mechanism called thermoregulation process, which cools down our body by itself and maintain our internal body temperature in the normal and balanced state.
Oh, so okay, so a little more questions. What is like thermoregulation?
Okay, thermoregulation is just the normal mechanism, that normal physiological process that occurs when our body is exposed to heat, and when we are in the hot environment, it occurs normally. So it works like sweating. It makes sweating and increase blood flow to the skin, and by means of doing that, our body can maintain the internal body temperature, not overheated.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so now you say that about the heat stroke, like it happens because of like of the external heat and something like that. So I'm a little bit more serious about this. So normally when we see people who are in fever, who are sick, their body temperature is also heated.
Yeah.
So we gotta take them to see the doctor and give the medicine, and they are fine again. So is it similar to with a heat stroke and fever? Are they similar?
Yeah. Okay. Definitely not. They are totally different conditions. Fever occurs when our body, it's the it's the response. It's the response to bacteria or viruses that comes inside our body, and when the bacteria or viruses or something comes inside our body interacts by its immune system, and at that time our internal body temperature rises. but it rises not over 40 degrees Celsius. It's normally under 40 degrees Celsius. It's different condition with heat stroke. Yeah, heat stroke is caused by external heat. External heat, and our body cannot regulate and cannot undergo thermoregulative process anymore, and that this normal mechanism breaks down and our body temperature rises above 40 degrees Celsius. So it's totally different condition.
So okay, now I see. So the heat stroke commonly happens because of the external heat, mostly because of the weather, like mostly it commons in this kind of weather, hot seasons.
Yes.
So fever is like it can happen like anytime. It doesn't choose the seasons. It happens every time.
Yes. So. Even the external temperature it's cool. You can cause the fever.
So.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I see. So fever can be cured by taking just medicines.
Yes.
So just by doing a little bit of help from the doctor, and you get fine. So now that you have explained about the difference between fever and just heat stroke, so now. So we know that why fever happens, and it can happen anytime, and also heat stroke is not completely different areas and different things. So I would like to know like what are the causes and like the risks that one can get when the heat stroke happens.
Okay, so causes of heat stroke, it's to know the causes of heat stroke, it's very important, because if we know the causes, we can prevent by avoiding these causes, right?
Yeah.
So yes, first cause maybe the prolonged exposure to the heat. Like walking in the hot environment, like industry or in the unshaded places. This is the very common and first cause. And another thing is that it's like walking heavily. Yeah.
Intense walking.
Yes, intense walking, like intense physical activity.
Yes.
So can cause. This can cause heat stroke. And another thing is that dehydration. If you don't take enough water, so you can get heat stroke in the hot weather.
Yes.
And another thing is that overexertion. Overexertion means like similar to the intense physical activity. It's kind of similar. Yeah. So these causes can lead to heat stroke.
Okay. So now the thing about you, one fact about you that I really like is about dehydration.
Yeah.
So it's very common among young people. Nowadays, people really forget to drink enough water and proper water. Even myself don't really take enough water, and I forgot. It's because like it's not like intentionally, but we just don't prioritize these things, and we see these as a normal things, and as we are young, our body are also young, so we thought like, oh, we are fit, and we are
forget to take
forget to take a regularly. So it's a serious problem, and we really need to take care of that things. Also, like staying hydrated is really important things. So it's one of the important
in such kind of weather.
Yeah, of course. So I think a normal water is enough. Like instead of drinking cold waters. That also say a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the risks? Like what risks that one can get?
Yes. Risk factor is an important fact to discuss, because most of the people think that they cannot get heat stroke. They cannot get and they still like
they're healthy.
And
they
don't aware of that.
Yes.
So you should know about the risk factors also. So for the risk factors, according to the age, it depends on the age also. If the in very young child, like under 5 years old, and because they cannot express their feeling of heart, so they have the high risk of heat stroke. And another person is over 65 years old, because their normal cannot walk as a normal healthy adult, and so they can get high risk of heat stroke also. And another thing is that as I mentioned before, dehydration status also. If someone is dehydrated day by day, it can cause hot weather, especially in hot weather, it can cause heat stroke. And another risk factor is poor ventilation. Poor ventilation and high humidity. In if the humidity is high and the ventilation is not well, we cannot get sweat. So sweating is, as I mentioned before, sweating is the normal mechanism to regulate, to maintain our body temperature in the normal states. So if we cannot sweat, the body cannot regulate. So it can lead to heat stroke.
So it's very important.
The ventilation, to get well ventilation, it's important fact too. And another thing is that certain medications, some of the patient with hypertension, with high blood pressure, they took diuretics to reduce, to lower their blood pressure. So when they take diuretics, diuretics means it's the medications that make you urinate a lot, poo a lot. So when someone urinate and when someone poos a lot, it can cause dehydration inside the body. It can reduce the water level inside our body, so it can lead to heat stroke too. So when your family member is taking the diuretics, some medications, you can take care of the risk of the heat stroke too.
I see.
And the last one is the health conditions. If someone has underlying heart diseases like heart or kidney, like that, it can cause the high risk of heat stroke too.
That's a lot to take notes and everything. So don't forget to take notes all these facts. So I've noticed about the younger child, they have more high risks to get this heat stroke. And I think like personally, I think it's because they are young and their body is not also like functioning properly. So I think that's also count. That's one of the reasons as well.
Of course.
Okay. So as we mentioned before, like I think that heat stroke can also happen in adult people as well, right? Because even though they are fit and their body is at a good conditions, they can also have the like high risk of getting heat stroke. Okay, so that's very relevant,
especially for athletes. Athletes and the workers who works outside the room, like that.
So people who work at like under
shaded places,
under the
sun directly.
Directly. Okay, so that's interesting. Thank you for explaining that. So another one question is that I would like to know like the difference. We have already know about the difference between fever and the heat stroke, the differences. So that's a very totally different. So because of that questions, I got I got a little bit more similar questions than that. So the thing is that what I would like to know, what is the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke? It's very kind of linked and similar.
It's a very good question because most of the people think confused between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Because they are actually how can I say, heat exhaustion is the early stage of heat stroke. We can say like that. If we know at the stage of heat exhaustion, we can prevent and we can protect not crossing to heat stroke. Heat exhaustion, when so you may ask another question, when we can know we have heat exhaustion, right? So if we feel sweating a lot, and another thing is cold and clammy extremities, like your hands are very cold and sweating a lot and feel nausea and a little bit vomiting. So, and headache too is the warning signs of heat stroke. It means you are suffering from the signs of heat exhaustion. But heat exhaustion is usually it's under 40 degrees Celsius, not over 40. Heat stroke is over 40 degrees Celsius. So the signs I said before, these are the signs of heat exhaustion, and these are also called warning signs of heat stroke. If these signs crossing into the limited line, it leads to heat stroke. And another important differences between heat exhaustion and heat stroke is in heat exhaustion there is no organ damage, so it can be recovered anytime. At any time you can treat properly. You can get awareness, you can know that you feel heat exhaustion. It can cure by yourself, by like resting or by making enough ventilation. You can recover by yourself. It's not a Medicare emergency condition, but it crosses the line and it becomes heat stroke. It includes organ damage, especially the important thing is that in heat stroke there is also included brain damage. It is the major threat to death. Yes,
it's very serious.
Yes. So if you feel slurred speech and a little bit confusion, it's a very dangerous sign. It's the very dangerous sign that you need to take action immediately.
Okay. So you might also get like unconsciousness and also might get faint.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous actually to know that.
It can lead to even coma. Yes.
Oh my God, that's so serious.
Yes.
Thank you for pointing out that's the important fact.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yes. Okay, so we have known that that's very serious dangers and serious damage that can happen if we don't take action quickly. So, according to you, it all starts from the heat exhaustions, right? You said that those are the early warning signs before heat stroke.
Yes.
So, is there any other signs that we need to be aware of? Because those signs are very common, and I think we all should have this medical awareness and medical knowledge, in order to take maybe to spread knowledge and to help somebody else. So is there any other signs that we really need to know?
Okay, so signs of heat stroke, it's the first important sign is temperature, your body temperature. If your body temperature is as I said over 40 degrees Celsius, it is the sign of important sign of heat stroke. And another thing is that I said that when we get heat stroke, our body internal organ damage occurs, So if involve central nervous system, it means brain and the central nervous nerve. So at the time we can get mental status like confusion, conversion, and seizures. Seizures mean fits, and slurred speech and mental instability, irritability, like that. So at the time, it means you are getting heat strokes. And another thing is that skin changes. In heat exhaustion, there is still thermoregulatory process inside our body, so we get sweating. But when it crosses to the heat stroke, our skin becomes dry and pale. Stop sweating and dry and become pale because there is no more thermoregulatory mechanism inside the body. So but in some cases, just in some minor cases, there is still sweaty, but it's starting heat stroke, state of heat stroke. So the skin conditions, it's the one thing that we need to take care of. And another thing is that your heartbeat. Your heartbeat becomes very, very fast and like a pounding pulse. We call it like do 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 do.
Thousands.
Not like when you saw your crash. But actually in heat stroke, it's not the same as seeing the crash. It's the thing that we need to take care of. It's the important thing. So but in some cases, when the person gets shocked, the rapid becomes slow and weak again. So if you feel that your heartbeat is very, very fast, and after that it becomes weak and slow again, it means that you are getting that someone is getting shocked. It's the important sign too. And another thing is that you feel tiredness, fats, and shallow breathing. You can't breathe enough. So
it's like you can get the air enough in your lungs.
It's is one of the major sign of heat stroke. And like according to the brain and central nervous system involvement, you can get nausea and vomiting, dizziness, confusion. Yeah, these are the major
signs of heat stroke. Okay, so one video I have seen, like I've never experienced a heat stroke, but I have heard the news, like why they mostly about athletes, why they're running in the game, and suddenly they just collapse, and then they have to be taken to the hospital, for emergency care. So and then that's because of the heat stroke, because they have to run, like extra miles, and so it's like it's so much exhaustion, so that happens, that leads to heat stroke. Okay, so mostly it happens, it's common in athletes, I think. They have to walk over, so
you said, as you said, you saw that when someone in athletes, they ran and they faint. It's because of most of the athletes occur like that because of the heat stroke. In that case, I have explained about the two types of heat stroke. Actually there are two types of heat stroke. It's called exertional heat stroke and then exertional or classic heat stroke.
Interesting.
Yes. Exhaustion heat stroke is the heat stroke that you said in athletes, and it occurred suddenly, and it has no how can I say it? It occurs just actually it had signs. It had signs, but not significant as much as the classic heat stroke. It occurs in the sudden conditions, and you didn't expect just rapid onset. The one that classic and then exertional heat stroke is the condition that occur after prolonged exposure to heat. Who walks in the hot places every day, who dehydrated more and more day by day, like that, in chronic patients who had chronic illness. So in such kind of persons, classic or an exertional heat stroke occurs more, but in athletes, like they are running and suddenly they faint and fell down, such kind of heat stroke it's called the exertional heat stroke.
It's very sudden, and they didn't get any signs. I mean, they get, but they didn't expect, and they didn't know it. So, okay, I see. Okay, so now that we have talked about all the risks and why this happened, and the early signs and the signs and the symptoms, we have know that. So after we have explore about these risks and these how can I say,
the signs
and symptoms about heat stroke. Now I think it's time for the treatment. Like one should know how to recover and how to take care of themselves when they get a heat stroke condition. So could you please explain more details about the heat treatment?
Yes. So early treatment is the best option. So if you get awareness at the time of heat exhaustion, it's the best, so that you can prevent your internal organ damage. But you miss that signs, and you miss the heat exhaustion stage and cross to the heat stroke. So it's as I said at the start of the podcast. So it's the Medicare emergency condition. So you need the person need serious action, and need to take action as much as quick as you can. So the treatment are the first of all, before the person get to the hospital, and before can get the Medicare intervention, there is the first aid you can do. First aid ways. They are the you have to call to the emergency service, and call Medicare emergency first, and then places the patient to the shaded places
Yeah.
and cool places.
places,
Yeah,
yes.
not in the not place in the hot places anymore. So if you have enough resources, you can do this, calling the emergency and moving the patient into the shaded places. You can do at the same time.
Yes, yeah. One call the emergency and the other is taking care of the patient.
Yeah, it could be more effective.
Yeah, of course.
And then after moving into the shaded places, while awaiting for the emergency, at the time you can give cool packs, ice packs to the patient, and remove the unnecessary clothes and just in the proper and flexible clothing. Just change to the clothes. Just change to
more light clothes. Yes.
And then give enough ventilation, like fanning or air conditioning. And you can give water to the patient if the patient has the fully conscious state. It's very important. It's very important to take care of to give water, because most of the people give how can I say, blindfolds to the patient, but the patient is not aware, not conscious enough.
It's not at the stage of taking the water.
Yeah, at the state of confusion or like fainting. At the time when you give forcefully water to the patient can get choking and aspiration. It's too dangerous. So you can give the water to the patient to relieve heat exhaustion, to relieve heat stroke, but you have to make sure before giving water that the patient has the full consciousness or not. Yes. And another thing is that monitoring is one of the important treatment. You are treating, you are giving water, you are making the patient cooler, but you didn't monitor the patient, so you cannot know if the patient is recovered or not, right? So it is the important thing to monitor the patient's temperature, patient's internal body temperature, and patient's condition. Like the patient gain awareness, can gain consciousness, like that. You have to monitor it closely.
Okay, so is there any more treatments that we can give, like before the patients get to the hospital?
Actually,
how about like taking a cool shower? Or
you can get, but I think the patient in heat stroke cannot go to the bathroom, right? So you can give water by like shower, no tower, I mean packing towers like that. You can give.
Okay, so that's very very serious thing to take care of and to be aware of, that because these all are the I think it's home treatments, before we get the patient to the hospital. So before we get the before the patients get serious injury or serious damage, I think we all should know these little treatments, so that we can help the patients to maybe a little bit extend his life, maybe, because it can, you say, it can cause death, serious injuries.
By doing such home treatment, you can save the patient, even just how can I say, lower the risk of organ damage.
Of course. So that helps a lot, because nowadays I think most people doesn't have medical knowledge and medical awareness. They like you said, why the patient is just fainting and at the stage of unconsciousness, they give water, not because they know that, not because they are they want to like they want to kill the person, but because they just don't know, and they are overly worried about it, like what are we gonna do, like he's
they
fainting,
feel anxious,
they feel anxious, and they do
they don't know what to do,
they don't know what to do, and they act differently, like a normal person, so I think that's I think not only the patients, I mean but also the person who is going to give a treatment also needs needs to stay calm,
Yes,
calmly. So
yes.
because that's one thing that people mostly can't do it because
Mhm.
it's emergency conditions, and everybody might get nervous and anxious,
Yes.
because they don't they are overly worried, like I said.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
according to doctor, we if we know these treatments, then we can help the person to lower the risk of organ damage, like doctor said. So like we said, like people do some mistakes, during helping the person who is getting heat stroke,
Yeah.
because of the anxious. So
Yes.
I want to know, like, what are some of the common mistakes that people usually do
Yes.
when helping the patient in heat stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first thing is waiting too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, they feel anxious and nervous. When someone becomes suddenly sweating a lot and then suddenly falls down and fainting. So at the time you feel very anxious and very nervous, and you don't know what to do.
You just freeze and
freeze and don't you wait too long before
yeah.
acting. It's a very, very common mistake.
I think one like at least one person who can act normally, who can respond normally, should be available at the time.
Definitely right. Okay, so another thing is that not recognizing it as an emergency condition. Most of the people think heat stroke is just feeling hot, it's just feeling overheated. So they don't take action, and because they think it's just the because I feel very hot, I feel headache, I feel rapid heartbeat. But maybe because it's very hot. They didn't get enough medical knowledge. They didn't notice as a medical emergency. So it is one of the mistakes too.
Yes.
And another thing is, as I said before, giving water to an unconscious patient. Unconscious patients, it can lead to choking and aspiration, and can lead to death, even death. After aspiration, that patient can cause death because the water goes inside the airways. Aspiration means the water goes into the airway and gets into the lungs. So it can even death. It can cause even death. And another thing is insufficient cooling methods. You give the patient fanning and air conditioning, but maybe you forgot to take off the clothes, unnecessary clothes, and so the patient, you are giving fanning, but the patient cannot get enough enough ventilation. So it's also the one of the mistakes. And another thing is that you're making the patient cooler. You give water, you give fanning, but you forgot to move the patient to the cool places. Because we take actions when we are anxious and nervous. We take action immediately, and we don't know which step should go first and which is after. We don't recognize. That. So we take the actions by round order, and we are making patients cooler and cooler by many methods, but forgot to move to the cold places. So it is the mistakes that most of the people do when they feel, especially when they feel anxious and nervous. And another thing is that overdressing. The person is overdressing and not to take off these overdressing. So you should avoid overdressing in hot weather.
People think it's a fashion and it's a style. Mostly young people, they do overdress, like hoodie, like in hot weather,
and jacket.
Jacket. And so that's very irritating and annoying. Also, it's not good for their health as well. I mean, the sun is like overly heated, and they are wearing overdress, and that's I mean that can lead to heat stroke, like severe damage. Even though it's not happening right now, maybe it can happen someday. So I don't support like wearing overdress, overly dressing.
And another thing is that some people think that drinking water is enough. Giving water is enough for the patient. It's a wrong idea actually. The patient needs not only water. The patient may need high ventilation, good ventilation, good enough air, and also the environment, cooler environment, not in the hot places anymore. So some people think that I'm giving water to the patient, but
it's not recovering.
Didn't recover. No, so it's the wrong idea actually. And another thing is that not calling emergency service immediately. They think that by helping with first aid the patient can recover. They think like that, and they didn't call. And some of the people are afraid of the how can I say, like legal issues. So they are afraid to call to the emergency services immediately. So this is the maybe because common of the common mistake. It's because of the low medical knowledge. I think lack of medical knowledge.
It's not improving in development, mostly in the villages and even in the city. It's common actually because people don't have enough awareness and they don't really care about these medical conditions seriously. Only when it happens, they got clumsy and they got nervous and they lost what to do, and that's a lot to to address the issues, and then we every citizen should have at least like proper knowledge of proper knowledge of the medical fields, and so that they can at least they can take action when it happens.
At least everyone, every citizen should know about the first aid. So actually in the first aid, calling emergency is the first thing we have to do. But most of the people miss that fact, and not calling emergency services early is the common mistake.
Because they didn't take seriously. They thought they can take care, and
it can recover by themselves.
Like and kind of overconfidence. They become doubters suddenly.
Actually, the patient can recover by himself or herself, but it's just in the heat exhaustion stage, not in the heat stroke stage. Stage. When the patient gets heat stroke, it includes the organ damage. So we cannot cure it by ourselves at home by home remedies. So it's the 100%. 100% need to call medical intervention and medical help. And so at the state of heat exhaustion, as I said, the patient can recover. So ignoring that recovery phase, it means that when the patient feels heat exhaustion and it's about to fainted, the patient about to fainted and take rest. The patient said he cannot stand anymore, so take rest and make cooler by himself or herself. So becomes recover by itself. The body normal mechanism, thermoregulatory process works again, and it recovers. So at the time we have to take care and need to watch it's completely recover or not. But most of the people ignore that phase. And I feel relief. I feel relief. It's okay now. I'm fine now, and go back to the work again. Go back to the hot places again. And so at the time, it leads to heat stroke. So
it can happen again.
So these are the common mistakes that most of the people do when the person gets heat stroke.
So these are the things that the treatments and the common mistakes, these are only related when you are at the condition of heat stroke. Why the person is feeling heat stroke, and these are the treatments that we need to know, and these are the risks, and the common mistakes that we have, or we need to know, and you have already explained very detailed and very well about it. So now we would like to go. How about before, like before heat stroke? How can we prevent not to happen, not to get this heat stroke? So how can we prevent this?
Yes. The good question.
Yes.
Actually, it's the best question.
Yeah.
Best question for today, because prevention is better than cure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
So yes. The first thing that we can prevent heat stroke, not getting heat stroke. Especially prevention is very important during such kind of weather, such kind of season, in hot season. So the first thing is stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. You need to drink enough water every day. So another thing is that stay in the cool places, shaded places as much as you can. But if you cannot avoid to go out, if you have to go outside at the time of like peak heat hours, like from 10 a.m. 11 a.m. to around 3 to 4 p.m. You have to wear proper clothes.
Maybe take umbrella.
Yes, avoiding not avoiding unnecessary clothing, not heavy clothing. And another thing is that if you are the workers that work in the like hot industry or hot places, you have to take break. You have to take break like frequently. Not working all the time in the hot places. It's not good for your health. So, and another thing is that use protection, like you said, hats and umbrella. And another thing is keep your environment cool as much as you can. So
I think that might be a little bit hard, because nowadays environments are mostly covered with the cities and with these buildings and everything. So I think even only in the village, I mean, you can get a fresh air and that's fresh environment. So that's something that we have to aware of that too.
At least you can get fan or paper. You can fluff your money. So by doing this, you can lower the risks. And you can prevent just a little bit, even just a little bit. You can prevent in that way. And another thing is that we said about the risk persons, like young child and older people and the athletes and the patient with underlying diseases. You have to watch them carefully. You have to take care of them carefully, because they have very high risks and they can express very well. They cannot express properly their feelings, and so we have to take care of themselves and watch closely.
Nowadays it's extremely hot weather we are facing today, because of the global heat warming, and also climate change is happening. So I think heat stroke is a common thing that's happened among people. So we really need to take serious action on this, and it's great to know this prevention tips and everything, so that we can prevent before it happens. So like you said, it's good to prevent before it happens. So that's the best things, right? So thank you for explaining this.
It's okay.
So now that you have mentioned to stay hydrated is the most important things, right? One of the most important things. So how much a person does need to take a water a day? Like, how much liter does a person need to take a day?
Another important fact, because most of the people think that they drink water,
just a cup of water.
Just a cup of water in a day. It's not enough. Actually,
that's kind of personally, I feel like that's me, because I drink less water. I mean, it's not like intentionally or purposely. I just forget it. I just forget it, and I don't feel thirsty, so I think it's been normal. And I don't usually take enough water, so I just drink, take a cup of water, and that's finished.
Yeah.
So I think this question is kind of for me.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's definitely suit for you.
Yes.
So normal person, normal young adult should take at least 2.5 to 3.5 liters per day.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you have to increase your water intake. Yeah.
Yes.
And for the persons who walk heavily, like athletes who walks activity, for them they have to take water by like before activity, during activity, and after activity, like that. Before activity, they have to take 500 ml. 0.5 around 0.5 liter before doing activity. For athletes, before running or before doing exercise, they have to take 30 minutes. They have to take 500 ml before 30 minutes of their activity. And during activity, they have to take just a little bit, not too much water at the time of activity, at the time of exercise. Just 150 to 200 ml, just sip by sip, it's okay. And at the with interval at the time of activity. And after activity, it depends on your activity. How much work did you do? How much sweat did you get?
Yes.
Yeah. So depends on and vary 1,500 ml to 2,000 ml. It's around 1.5 to 2 liter. If you get sweating a lot, at the time of walking or at the time of exercise, you can take oral rehydration solution like ORS. Yes, ORS. It can refill not only the water but also the electrolytes that you have lost at the time of sweating.
Yes.
So if you have you have faced over sweating, you can take ORS too.
So nowadays, I think there are also these advertisement about these like Pocari Sweat, those kind of thing, hydrating water.
Yes.
So I think that those are kind of suit for athletes and walkers, like to drink those kind of drink. Yes. Okay. So it's we have come across lots of facts and lots of details, and I think we have also know about the patterns, how this heat stroke begins and what is heat stroke and how it begins and what are the differences and everything. Like we have covered a lot. So just a final boss questions. I'm kind of curious about is it that heat stroke, is it related to the food that we consume, we eat? So because I've heard like from my environment, like people eat these oily and cook too much coconut involvement curry, and they ate it, and then after that when they came out to enter the sands, and then they just got shocked and they lost their life. So I'm kind of curious, is it related with a heat stroke, like the food and heat stroke connection? Is it linked?
Actually, no. There is no direct connection between heat stroke and the food. The case that you said, that after eating like coconut milk and like coconut rice, and after that the patient gets fainted, it's because of hypertension, not because of the heat stroke. It's a different conditions. So if I have a chance, I can talk about that hypertension and the connection between the food and the fainting attack.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe we will make the next episode about this.
I would like to join again to discuss about that. But food can influence the risk of heat stroke. It's not directly connected, but it can influence. Like spicy food, eating spicy foods. By eating spicy food, our internal body temperature can rise, and so it can lead to heat stroke. But it's not because of the food. It's just after eating, the body mechanism it makes the body temperature rises.
So it's kind of influences. It's not directly linked. It's just the kind of a material that support the heat stroke to get the high risk of heat stroke.
Yes.
Okay, now I
see. Another thing is that heavy meats and fatty foods. because they need if we eat a lot heavy meat, and if we eat fatty foods, our body has to digest them more than normal food. So we need more energy. So after when our body digests, the body undergoes the mechanisms and produces heat.
Yes.
So when you eat heavy and fatty meals, it can cause increased body temperature. And another thing is that caffeine. Caffeine is not caffeine. It's like a diuretic. As I said earlier in this podcast program, the diuretic which makes urinate a lot.
Yes.
Caffeine has the diuretic effect, and so it can cause dehydration and can lead to heat stroke too. It's not directly connected, but it has the risks.
Oh, okay.
Just to increase the risks.
Right.
And another thing is alcohol.
Yeah.
Alcoholics at the hot weather, during the hot season, hot weather, alcoholics suffer more heat stroke than the normal person, because alcohol makes dehydration in our body, and so it can lead to heat stroke more than normal people. So not just the bad things. Let me go to the good points.
Yes.
So you can prevent heat stroke by eating like water-rich foods like watermelon, orange, cucumber, like that.
Juicy fruits.
Yes. And you can prevent the heat stroke by eating that kind of foods.
Okay, now I can know the differences, and also the last question is a bit confusing, but you explained it very well, so thank you for that. So today we have covered a lot about heat stroke, and how what heat stroke is. At the beginning, then we know about the heat stroke is different. We thought it's just a normal and just a tiredness, right? But now that we know, the doctor explained very well about with the details and facts, and that we know that heat stroke is not normal, and it's a very dangerous and very serious health condition that we need to take emergency, and if as much as possible and quickly, before. So we have also discussed about prevention, and before heat stroke, how to prevent ourselves, like just by living in a cool area, and like if you're a walker, then take a break, take a frequent break, and then drink water. So today's topic is a lot about water. It's about you have to stay hydrated. So and that's the main thing that we need to we need to take care of during hot weather, hot seasons. So also, I think there's also we have also talked about the differences between heat exhaustion and heat stroke, and also differences between fever and heat stroke. So these are very common misunderstood topics, and that doctor has explained very well and with so much detail. So I hope that we now that you all know the differences between, and you guys, I hope you guys have already clear about the confusion about the heat stroke, and it's just not normal. Okay, so today doctor joined us and make it more easier. You guys questions and make it more easier, and we also add a little bit more questions just to clarify the meaning of the heat stroke.
Okay, as Jasmine said, we have already discussed about the heat stroke in details, like causes, risk factors, and signs and symptoms, and even prevention. So you guys, please take care of yourself. As Burmese Water Festival, it's very coming soon, so you need to take care of yourself and have fun, but just remember to stay healthy and love yourself, take care of yourself.
Yeah, don't go outside, during this peak heat hours conditions, like doctor said, because it's a very high risk of getting heat stroke. So like she said, have fun, but don't get over it, overly enjoying it and lose your health. So before we wrap up, just a quick reminder: if you suddenly feel your heart beating really fast, don't think it's love. It's not. I mean, sometimes it can be an emergency conditions and health conditions, so don't think that it's kind of a romance thing or like your crash. It's not, sometimes it can be a very serious health condition. So stay careful and stay hydrated and stay healthy. So, and like he said, like she said, love yourself, and in this take care of yourself in this weather. So see you in the next episode of Rocket Science episode, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, because it's not rocket science. Oh wait, it actually is.
Yeah.
So what about the heat stroke? Like how does a person can get the treatment?
Wait. Why to the treatment? Cat. Why go through the treatment? I'm inside here.
Yes. Cat. Have to walk over.
Cat. You said that in athletes you saw that when the person is running and
cat. No, like doctor said. So
yeah.
Okay. Cat. Oh, thank you for explaining this.
Yes.
Cat. Meaning of heat stroke. Cat. It actually is. No, you can't get